Hey, welcome back to season 2, episode 2 of the Concept Moon podcast. I am your host, BD Diddley, aka Bigger Than Everybody Bobby on all socials. I got my brother, the man with the plan, Rashawn, aka Mr.
Neuro,
Nilo Maxwell,
yeah,
Neuro Not Zero, the man, Mr. Comic Book Review
yeah. I'm
himself.
coming back with those. I got some of those because we gotta talk about that Ultimate Black Panther. I'll tell you that right now.
For sure. So yeah, bro, it's been a little bit. It's been a long time. You
Yeah,
shouldn't have left,
yeah.
but we
We
out
we,
here.
we got the dope beat to step for them to step two.
Yes,
So we
yes,
gonna bring it.
yes.
We gonna bring it.
But
Um,
man, so I know you ain't. I'm gonna just go ahead and jump right into it. 'Cause I know you ain't watched the Super Bowl. Tell the people, is there a reason why you don't watch the Super Bowl? Because I'm about to go in on all of my Super Bowl takes in just a minute. But
um, you know,
is it
uh,
is
I
it
don't.
Kaepernick related?
Is it what?
Is Kaepernick related?
So it's kind of at this point, but when I grew up, I was never a big fan of football. I was more of a fan of combat sports.
Okay.
I would play football if people were playing football, but watching football, it never did anything for me. As I got older, basketball became more of my sport. Like
Yeah.
I could watch and appreciate certain things, but like football, for some reason, I just never like. I was always again MMA, boxing, um, wrestling, things like that. Like things that I participated in. That's why I would watch those sports because I would watch to see like, oh, I would do this or I do that.
Yeah.
But I know. I mean, my twin brother played football when he was younger. My older brother played football when he was younger. The Skyhawks, Brooklyn
I mean, but
Skyhawks.
football ain't
He
big up north though, is it?
it is. It kind of is. We have football. We have like the Skyhawks. We have a Pop Warner up here,
Mhm.
which is like big.
Yeah,
But it's not as big as basketball because one, the weather, right? The weather is
yeah,
not always conducive to it, and two, I you know football gear is kind of expensive. With basketball, you just need a ball and maybe a milk crate. That's how we used to do it. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
You take
Or
it all the way back to the milk crate. That's
yeah, the
great.
milk crate, or the you go to the park, and maybe you may have no net. Maybe they
Yeah,
cut. They may not have no net, but you got a
which that,
hoop.
which that's completely the opposite of my upbringing. You know
Yeah,
how we
yeah,
live down
yeah.
south, rural
Y'all
south.
got more space though. Y'all got more
The
space. We ain't got that, and y'all got a little better weather.
town is shutting down. Friday night,
Yeah,
high school football,
yeah.
and look, everybody's at the high school. Town is shutting down, and then as soon as that's over, everybody's going to one of two restaurants. Shout out to
Oh yeah.
Cubby. I got a lot of free burgers eating at Cubby. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like no, I feel you. I did stop for a long time watching football after all of that because it was kind of like then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna watch the Panthers games because
Yeah,
that's my team. Then
yeah.
I'm
You
like,
support your local team. Yeah, local.
but now it's like now I really just I watch it when I watch it. It's no big deal. However, though, I watched the Super Bowl yesterday, and I feel like overall a good game. I mean, just in case you missed it, the Chiefs beat the 49ers.
I did see, and I kind of wasn't expecting anything else. I don't watch football, but I do watch like sports shows. Like I watch It Is What It Is and some other
Yeah,
stuff that talk about, and I kind of like and my friends watch football. My brother does too, so I'm like I hear it. I wasn't expecting the Chiefs to lose.
you
Uh,
know, I wanted the Chiefs to lose. I thought the 49ers had a good enough defense to win the game going in. And then, but I'm like, they got Patrick Mahomes on the Chiefs, man. I couldn't go against Pat. But but the 49ers pretty much did exactly what I thought they were going to do. It was a defensive game, it was 10-3. It was 10-3 going into the half, and then it kind of went up from there. They scored, I think the fourth quarter, and then overtime. They both they scored. I think they had a turnover beginning of overtime, and then Chiefs went down and scored, and that's how they won. But I digress. The game was great. It was great. I think if you like old school smash mouth football, defense first, great game. It was a wonderful game. But it was a boring game. It wasn't a high scoring game. You know what I'm saying? But man, listen, my boy Usher on the halftime show killed it. Killed it. Let me tell you, like I'll say, I don't think it was the greatest halftime show I've ever seen. That probably goes to MJ when we were growing up, or Beyonce. I really was a big fan of what Beyonce did a couple years ago. The one with the one last or the year before last with Dr. Dre, Snoop, and all them was good too. But
Yeah.
This Usher killed it. Of the recent 5 or 6, to me, outside of Beyonce, probably clearly the best one. He did all the hits, man. He did. I mean, he had so many hits. Like he was just stringing them all together.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could tell he had been seasoning this show with the Vegas,
with the
Vegas residency. You know what I'm saying? So the showmanship was there, like always.
It kept his like chops up. Yeah, it kept his chops up. Yeah.
Only thing I would say, the only knock on his halftime shows for me, well, there was 2 knocks on it. Everybody has 2 knocks. One, my wifey, Miss Alicia Keys, she came out a little flat. You know what I mean? She was singing and she was singing songs in A flat. And so it was kind of not good. But then other than that though, because even her just being there was dope because you got to look at her, so it's still a win.
Yeah.
So I hate to boil her down to just looks because she's amazing, but yesterday just performance just wasn't there. Then I would say the only knock though, the show was kind of predictable. The only thing he did all the hits all the songs you knew he was going to do. He did, OMG, did Caught Up, he did he did My Way. He did all of it. He did everything.
Yeah, did he do yeah?
And he ended it with yeah.
Okay.
But I predicted the whole show when I was sitting there with my people yesterday. We was watching. I was like, he's gonna do this, this, and this, and then he's gonna have this person come out, that person come out. He's gonna end it with yeah, boom. And that's what happened. So that was the only thing that was a little bad for me. But I mean, I love the show. He did his thing. I'm a big Usher fan. I think all of us in our age bracket kind of is a big Usher fan.
Yeah, I was never like I grew up with old school R&B, but Usher, his love and respect for a certain like New Jack Swing and things like that. You can hear a lot of that stuff that was bubbling up when it was really like not just commercial but really dope. He has he at least like you say the showmanship. He has a respect for that and he does it well. If you really get into it, I mean, Usher like is the bridge between like old school R&B, like He Who Must Not Be Named, and the boys like that. And then when Usher came, then you got Usher, then you got like the Trey songs and the Neos and the Chris Browns, and then we springboard into this new crop of R&B now. They also brought back, I like at least Neo, Chris, and Usher. Well, Usher was the first one. They brought, people. There was a certain era, He Who Must Not Be Named, Guy, certain other. They wasn't really dancing. They wasn't moving. He brought back that James Brown feeling, that Michael Jackson feeling, that Prince feeling, that feeling where they was boogieing. And so I think that is a nice bridge as well. But
so he was the bridge between MJ and Chris Brown for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of though, him killing it, I heard somebody want to kill him. They were showing them pictures and him with Alicia hugged up with Alicia. and I saw something and I was like, "Yo, the Boondocks tried to warn y'all. The Boondocks tried to warn."
Listen, they laid it all the way out how Usher was gonna be doing out here. But Swiss came in and he squashed that real quick.
Yeah, of course.
But nah, you was feeling a little tight.
Yeah, listen, man. At some point, regardless to who or what, he saw that he was like, "Yo, nah, I gotta talk to him."
Last night too.
Yeah, she was looking real comfortable, and I
like, come on, man, what's up with that my boot shit?
Yeah, that's not.
But nah, he came out and squashed it real quick. I think obviously it wasn't no big deal, but man. Listen, I wouldn't have been mad at him if he was a little tight in the chest.
Hey, listen, man, listen. I'm sure when he seeing that live, I'm sure he was like, especially depending on who he was around. If Cassidy was near him or something, he'd have been like, "Yo, bro, come on." It would have been like Riley with Tom on the Boondocks. You let this dude. He might have, they might have, but I'm sure they it was no problem, which is good.
But no, overall though, man, like the Super Bowl, like I said, it was to me, it was a bit of a boring Super Bowl compared to some of the more recent ones, but it was just, it was a good old fashioned game. The weather wasn't no factor, and that was kind of the halftime show did what it was supposed to do. It wasn't like, because imagine the fallout of this Super Bowl if the halftime show was whack and then the game was boring like it was.
Yeah, people would have. Yeah.
People would have been tuning out. They would have been pissed off. So, and then you know what? I ain't gonna flex. The Super Bowl commercials was kind of whack yesterday too, man.
I heard they was. I heard they was.
I like the only one that jumps out of my mind is there was a Ben Affleck Dunkin' Donuts commercial. That one was funny.
The one with him and Ice Spice, or just him by himself?
I think this is the one with him and it's like Matt Damon and Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ice Spice got one with like the lemon and lime Sprite shit too. That shit was
kind of.
Honestly, none of them really jump out at me. There were some whack ones. If anybody's in the comments, y'all remember a good Super Bowl commercial, send it in so we can see what it is. Because I don't remember none. That shit was kind of whack last night. It was so it was kind of boring to watch.
I saw that Robert Kennedy Super Bowl commercial. I didn't if I'm off base, does he have throat cancer?
I mean, I don't know.
Why he sound it was like
we don't need no more old relics crawling out.
Right. I'm not trying to if he's sick, that's the different. Then maybe you need to not be running. But
somebody should have told that to Biden, but I digress.
I mean, if we have a age ceiling, we got two guys who are on the ballot who are debating each other who can't remember where they at or what they were doing.
Come on, man. Honestly, look, this is we getting on a whole political tangent, but it's really we really got to get term limits for Congress. We got to get terms this is crazy. Like these people in there 45, 50, 60, 70, 80, almost 80 years old, voting on laws that they're not going to be around to see. Like
that's not going to influence them. We also need term limits on the Supreme Court, but I mean, the judicial. I mean, I don't know why that was allowed to be a thing forever. Are you just a Supreme Court justice until you leave or die? What? Huh?
What? Like, hold up. Can we get redistribution of the wealth? Do you know how rich Congress members are? Like they get paid bigger salaries for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's get on.
Yeah, let's not get. We have to start getting the pitchforks out.
Listen, man. But you got to think that's the new stuff that's relevant to what we're doing.
Yes. Now. Yeah. I mean,
we're in a whole different space now as far as the age bracket we entered into. We're starting to get long in the tooth for sure.
Yeah, but we're also at the age of those people who have to. Not only do we have to make sure we lean on our elected officials, but make sure that we lean on them for the next generation, so that the next generation is aware of how to deal with them. Because we can't just keep letting the same things happen or things not grow, things not progress.
But man, welcome to the Concept Moon podcast.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, we listen. We get into everything here. We get into the comic book. We're gonna get into some of the Super Bowl stuff. We're gonna get into some politics. Welcome back. But no. So we wanted to get into some stuff with our comic books today, huh? Finally.
Yeah, our universe, the Concept Moon universe. We're gonna welcome to the universe. The Concept Moon.
This guy here. You're gonna catch me when I ain't looking. Look at you. Welcome. So we want to talk about a couple of our bigger, more prominent, let's say more prominent heroes today. Starting with Stringer. Stringer is like she is our Batman of our universe. To kind of give you a very even comparison. If you like Batman, you'll love Stringer.
Right.
Stringer is affected by trafficking and all these things. Child trafficking when she was younger, and she went to prison and learned how to protect herself. And when she got out, she became a vigilante trying to protect other young women in the world like herself.
Right.
So Eddie, what when we were sitting down and we were kind of coming up with the background and the story for Stringer, what about her stood out to you?
Me specifically, that she was a character who could be cool, but also had a purpose.
Yes.
I feel like when you compare it to Batman, but I feel like the conversation's been had a lot about his wealth and what he's doing with it, as opposed to could he be doing something more? Right. Whereas Stringer is a person who is targeting a specific type of crime that we
Mhm.
don't usually see in comics targeted.
Right.
And I think that's important because it happens.
And she doesn't have unlimited resources.
No, she doesn't have a she deals
At
with
least,
what she
at least not
has.
initially.
Right. And she deals with what she does, the work with what she has. And I think in some cases, even if we can't do it, doesn't happen in real life, or doesn't often happen in real life. This is also a problem that we wish somebody would. Vigilantism is a crime in most states, but
Yeah.
some of us, I'm sure if there was a stringer in real life, people would be rooting her on.
I mean, yeah, especially in certain places, like, and if she was dealing targeting the things that she was targeting,
yeah.
Especially in America, we like when people fight and solve problems with violence. We probably don't want to. We don't say that, but it's the truth.
Right.
It's like, oh, that guy's cool. He wasn't afraid to take it
in his hands.
Place, and take it into it. Like, nah, but it's like everybody has like that power fantasy of being the person to do that.
Who stands up? Who's the
but so yeah. But I think that's exactly why Stringer is going to be very important to kind of changing how we want the landscape of maybe even these comics to go, because we're going to be able to explore so many different things through her stories going forward. It's going to be a very interesting ride, especially as we build out on Tales from the Moon and how we're going to reintroduce some of these new storylines we're building. It's going to be I think very interesting, to say the least, especially when we start dropping some of these minis that people are going to be getting for free.
Right. Those backups, the minis, a lot of those are going to be a lot of good appetite wetters and connective tissue for you guys to.
Hey, so let's pause. We want to pause really quickly before we get into the next comic character. We're going to bring back the long-awaited re-debut of Miss Ruby Red. Back, how are you?
Oh, so you must not have told everybody what I was in the middle of doing, because my ass is worn out. It's very.
First of all, I'm not gonna say that. Phrasing, please. Phrasing.
Listen, like, yo.
My ass is exhausted. I mean, is that better?
That's better.
You know what? Look,
that's better.
You just out.
Oh man, I ain't seen my homie since last year. It's been a long time. But you know what? Guess what? I've been seeing illuminated. I didn't have some wonderful things happen, so it's been off the chain. I will definitely say that.
Yes. So hold up, Ruby. I just realized you are in Vegas. Tell us how it was on the ground Super Bowl weekend. Yes.
Oh my God. Surprisingly, it wasn't as bad as you would think it is, but it was bad. I will say that. If you're not used to big city vibes on top of celebrities, plus athletes, plus people who do drugs and party, and plus the parties, like it was a lot going on. I mean, I probably, oh man, I left the house once on Sunday and then I didn't go nowhere else. I was just like, oh, hail to the Nizal. No, let me go back in the house. It was just too crazy. But I mean, it was a lot of stuff going on. I saw The Rock while he was here on Thursday.
Oh yeah, they did that WrestleMania
event.
Yeah, and we were going to go to the AEW show on Saturday, but we ended up staying in the house. It got a little crazy outside. So this guy climbed the sphere.
Oh God!
Really? Like to the top of it?
Almost, yeah. He got pretty far. He got fined like $10,000. So
did he pull him down? What happened to him?
He came down on his own. I knew they wasn't gonna be brave enough to go up there because he got pretty high up. That shit was crazy. And I was just like, and his reason for it was for a cause. That was it. He didn't say nothing else.
Cause what? Cause what?
Just cause, I guess. Yeah, just cause. I guess that's the only thing I can think of.
I'm surprised you wasn't about on the ground corresponding.
I thought about it, but
out here.
I thought about it, and I really wish that I would have taken one of these temporary jobs at the Raiders Stadium, because I've easily been at the game. Like, they have jobs for the stadium all the time, and you get free passes to everything. and I missed by a hair of my chinny chin, which I need to get waxed. The people that were streaking, I missed it, and I was just like, God damn it.
Oh yeah, they did have somebody
I
streak in the middle of the game, didn't they?
Word?
Yeah.
See, it happened that fast. I missed it. It was instant, and I was just like, "Dang, wait, what?" It was over. Instantly, it was over.
Like so, I don't know that.
People trying to get famous.
Right. I mean, let's see. What else can we do to get famous? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be naked in front of millions and billions of people, but if streaking is it, I hope.
Hold up. How famous we talking about?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Well, I guess the question: you want to be famous or infamous?
I mean, well, hold up. Which one come with a bigger check, though?
That's a good question.
I guess it's dependent on what caused it.
I think it also depends on where you at.
Look, 10 million to run across the football field. I might do it.
Oh yeah, that's an easy number. I'm definitely doing that with no hesitation.
Well, how much of that 10 million they finding you? Because those people get fined.
Never mind. I take that back. You know what, Ra is very smart. I didn't think about that. So never mind. I don't want to do it.
For that
that indecent exposure.
Yeah. especially interrupting a very public televised broadcast. Yeah, they're scripted.
Listen, I don't know. At this point, man, the NFL might be about as real as WWE.
Listen, John. I feel like John Cena was on the ESPYs at one point, and he said it's all scripted. It's very much the same. Yes,
he did say that. Yep, I remember that.
Yes, everyone's a carny. It's very much the same.
But I don't know. Speaking of WWE, I'm going to WWE NXT Live on Saturday.
Oh wow! Yeah. I love NXT.
Me and Chris are going to be. Well, me and Chris Noble. Me and him are going out there on Saturday, and we're going to take. I might be taking the kids out to their first wrestling event. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
So that's going to be fun. We went to one event. Up here in Tampa. A couple months ago, and it was really nice. So we're gonna try a second one, see how it goes.
The Performance Center's down there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Right in Orlando.
Yeah.
They have shows all over the place.
Yeah.
So you got to come down, man. We got to get the whole team out here. We'll go out there with the Concept Moon shirts.
Concept Moon shirts, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so Ruby, we were actually talking about some of the characters finally. It seems like we've been talking about all this stuff for forever. We were just so we can go through our next character on our list. What is Rashawn? You want to take us number 2?
I wanted to talk about our boy AI. Not the answer, but he could be the answer. Not Allen Iverson, but he could cross you up though. If he wants, he could break your ankles. Yeah. After Image,
the one and only
Khalil Black.
After Image, aka Khalil Black.
Khalil Black. He is our. He's better than Static. He's better written than Miles.
I mean, shout out to Robert Jeffrey.
Listen, man. I'm not trying to hate on any of those characters. But at the same time, they're not giving it like he giving it. They're not bringing it like he bringing it.
Exactly.
After Image, man. After Image is so dope. Like he fits right in that slot of those teen heroes. He's got the power set. He's got the style. He's got the ability, the control over his ability.
Yeah.
Bad man.
Yeah.
And then you got Overwatch. That don't hurt.
Overwatch, you don't. She's not the woman in the chair, but she can be. If she need to be,
if needed,
and sometimes she's also the woman with her foot up your ass. If you do the wrong thing,
exactly. Ain't T status? Okay, don't mess with TT. Don't even mess with TT because if I need to, I will.
Straight up, there we go. She in the universe now. But when we go with After Image, and he's more or less our. I've been trying to avoid kind of planting that on anybody, but he's more our tentpole guy, our flagship
linchpin
character for sure. Yeah. And so with what we're going to be doing with him, he's going to be so vital to everything that we're building going forward from here. Who are you most excited to see him interact with, Rashawn? And then if you have somebody, if you know anybody Brittany, you can or Ruby, we can get right in there.
I am very interested to see him. I've always been a big fan of the Kingpin.
Yeah.
And the characters like Tobias Whale. I'm
Mhm.
always a fan of the big man he's really a genius. Like he's really like the chess player. And I'm very interested to see that interaction because AI is kind of like our Spider-Man. He's like in that role, he's the hope, he's that piece. And I can't wait to see him interact with Free Will Ricky.
Free World Ricky.
Who is going to be a very, very almost like a force of nature based on everything he does. He's just
it makes sure you put some respect on his name. That's former tactics champion.
Right, former tactics. Listen. You
know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you dust your shirt off when you bring up Free World Ricky out here. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'll put some respect on his name. Just have him get that title back at the next premium live event, brother.
Hey, wait. I can't wait to get I'm about to get a new shirt that say "Leaders of the Free World."
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it's gonna be dope. Free World's gonna be a man. He's gonna be a bad man. That's gonna be. I'm excited to even like think of the panels for that one because it's gonna be an amazing fight when they meet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just ready for all the interactions. Honestly, you know me, I'm a cheerleader. I'm all for him with everybody. So it's just, you know me, I'm just ready to go. I already got my animated crush on him. So it's like, you know, that's my boo thing.
See, that's gonna be a meme
I'm ready
tomorrow.
for all the interactions.
I'm putting that all over the internet tomorrow.
But yeah, all right, I'll take it.
Rashawn, here, you give me a second, brother. I gotta jump off here for a second, so you can take over.
Got you. So the next,
Rashawn, let me ask you a question.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sure.
You know, while he's doing that, so he try not to answer questions and stuff. We know he ain't even doing nothing. Anyway, how have you been doing? I haven't had a chance to talk to my homie in a while. You know, I saw y'all catch up and get together on the last one.
Yeah.
How was your wonderful trip to the motherland? How was that?
So there was a moment when I was checking in Ghana, and I told BD this, and I went to the passport. You know, I gave my passport to the customs, and the brother looked at me and sincerely said, "Welcome back home." And I almost teared up. I was like, "Yo, like." It hit me really like yo, I'm here. And the energy Ghana, the energy is dope. Ghana reminds me a lot of, I've been to Guyana, I've been to other places. It reminds me a lot of Caribbean countries. They're just kind of chill, relaxed. They like to have fun. A lot of the younger people are kind of like younger people here, so they smoke hookah. You know, they like to do all that kind of stuff.
Have little ratchet moments,
well, actually, that was the thing. A lot of people was just cool. There wasn't like really like any like
all in your face to be
right. They wasn't on that. They be hustling out there because it's like this number of people who like panhandle, but they not really like broke. So it's kind of it's like it gave me a little New York vibes because I'm like, nah, I know I hustle when I see one. I'm from
right.
But the energy, I didn't feel the energy as I did when I'm here in New York. Or my girlfriend, her cousin's from Chicago. Well, she's from Chicago too, and I've been there. And he was like, you know, I don't feel that same kind of energy that I feel here. It just everybody was just. It was like the people who we talked to, people who worked there in places, people who didn't, who saw us. We was sitting down eating at a place called District 24. They had great food. And there was a brother sitting next to us, across from us. He's Ghanaian. And we was eating jollof and all. He was eating chicken and waffles. And we were like, oh, yeah. but to them, that's exotic, right? That's different.
I was going to say, that's an exotic food. They don't get that all the time. So I already know it.
Chopping it up with him, and everybody was just cool. It was just people. We ran into people who were from over here who were just saying, "Oh, are you from such and such? Oh, yo, what's up? What's up?" It was just cool. It was just cool energy.
That's what's up.
No.
That's what's
How long was you over there?
I was in Ghana for a week, 7 days, and then I was in Kenya for another 7 days.
Oh man, you had the whole
You escaped.
Experience.
The,
Yeah, the whole experience.
the only problem and the only thing is when you go there, if you go to, especially if you go to the east, like when I was in Kenya, Kenya's 8 hours ahead of the East Coast.
Oh, damn.
So when you come back,
your brain,
your circadian rhythms is all messed up. Like I find myself like when I first came back, I found myself like waking up at like 3 a.m. and I'm like, why am I awake? Because over there it's like 1. And
Yeah.
I find myself like getting tired at like 8. Like after I'm here, I'm there, and I'm at work. After work, I'm like sitting there and I'm like, yo, why am I sleepy?
like
And it's because it was bedtime over there.
Like, he over there at work taking a nap, and like he better go to bed. And they like, hold up, man, we got a whole other presentation to do.
Yeah, it's like, yo, like why am I so tired? Like,
that's crazy.
That's the only problem that was the only issue I had, was that coming back and readjusting to the time zone here it took some time. It took a lot of time. Either you got to just stay up, like just I'm gonna stay up, or you just or just try to go to sleep at the time. Try to stay asleep, like I don't take a sleeping pill till the time which you usually wake up, so you can kind of
get back on your routine.
Yeah. But I got back there, but it was worth it though. Maybe 2 weeks.
I was gonna say that had to easily be
a week and a half,
a week or two, yeah.
Because Ghana was 5 hours, maybe five hours ahead, and then Kenya was a whole 8, so it was just a whole different. Yeah.
And you was in Kenya last, so you came straight. You should fly straight from Kenya.
Yep, I flew straight from Kenya to back to America.
How long was that flight?
Like a day?
It was like 14 hours, man. That's the thing. It's like if I go on another one, I'm going to Brazil in March. If I do another like out,
hold up. You said you just sponsored a trip for all of us to go to Brazil. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I said I got room and board for y'all. If y'all get the tickets,
I appreciate you, because I've been wanting to go to Brazil this whole time. Like know what I'm saying? Listen. So when we going? Tell us what we doing when we get down there.
March 1st through the 9th. So we'll be there. We'll be there in Brazil. I don't know what's going on down there. Like there's no carnival. It's just I'm going to see my guys. So
I'm gonna be down there. So it's definitely going down.
It don't even got to be nothing going on. I would just want to go.
Right. Shit, I don't want to go when there's
nothing going on.
End up in the river somewhere.
Yeah. Carnival or something. But next time I go on some kind of like 14, 15 hour, double-digit hour flight, I'm just gonna pay for first class or some business, because they got the seats where you can stretch out and lean back.
Listen,
I've seen them looking like little bedrooms and stuff like
premium economy. That's exactly premium economy. Yeah.
And if you can get that exit row.
Oh yeah. Oh, they got a little more space. That's right.
Listen, look, as a tall person on a plane, listen, exit row. If I can't get that extra row, I got to pay the extra money for the whatever premium seat. Because I'm like, if I'm sitting with my knees bent for that long, I'm not even gonna be able to walk at the end of the flight. Let's just go ahead and wrap it up.
I'm glad I'm not tall.
But that's what I did. That's how it was. It was great.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I just had to ask, because I was just sitting there just wondering. I'm like, damn, I sure wish I can go home to my people and see what they up to. And I know for a fact it was a great experience. I know it. So I'm just like, I know Rashawn like to talk. So if I ask him, he gonna give me all the details.
I'm gonna go out. I didn't give you all the details, but I give you enough.
Yes. If I keep on talking, you gonna keep on going. So
they do have a decent, at least in Kenya. I know they have a pretty burgeoning comic book scene though.
Yeah.
Is
that where that's not where Comic Republic is it?
No, Comic Republic is Nigeria. They have a pretty big. They have Kenya, Nigeria, and South Africa. I know they have their own conventions, comic book conventions.
Okay, so we got to go. We try to get out there maybe next year. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Take Concept Moon International out here.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that.
And they're hungry. I spoke to some people. They want more. They want more. They want more original stuff. So
yeah, that's gonna be like, man, when we when those guys, when that scene builds up, the stuff that they're gonna come out with is gonna be amazing. It's it's the same way we've been seeing kind of with like the movies that they've been coming out with, or the short films and everything. There's so much there's just so much creative energy just over there, just waiting to just kind of burst out. This gonna be super dope. But we got to go over there and mix it up with them and get all of these get them on after image, get them on
yes
string,
sir, yes sir. Get them and want some crossovers. Maybe they invite us, send us some tickets to go one of their conventions.
Right. I was gonna say we might be able to just go and they might just bring us home.
Yeah. Listen, please come get me. Hey, American Raggedy, man, I'm ready to go.
And at least in Ghana, the real estate, they had some space, some places, some nice real estate that wasn't.
I've heard that. A few of my friends who are in that industry have said that the international real estate over there is a lot better when it comes to interest rates and in general, just putting the money down. You will literally get 10 times your worth than what you will here.
$1 American is 6 of their CDs over there. So
exactly. So we could be out there big ball and shot calling. I mean, I'd love to go home and invest.
I'm already gone.
He's not even here.
Like, look,
he's
this
not
is
even
a hologram.
here.
I'm not even this guy. Like, what you mean? Like, yo, man, it's dope. I'm glad to have the whole crew back together, though. We've gone a few weeks. It's been nice doing the shows like Dolo, but look, we needed third. Yeah. So welcome back. We're glad to have you back. And speaking of that, who's number 3? Who we want to get into number 3?
Number 3 was written by me. I was trying to rhyme. I was trying to off the cuff a little.
I mean, listen, you did that. I mean, don't do it again. But you did.
Nah, it was just a one-time thing. I probably can't remember the next time.
The man, the myth, the legend,
the Rook. Jared Grayson, son of Harold Grayson, son of the mayor of Fort City, who is pro-alt. We have the characters like After Image, like Free Will Ricky, who are like Overwatch, who are alts. Those are our metahumans, our enhanced humans, our demigods, if you will. And his father was pro-alt. He's not an alt. His father wasn't an alt, but he's a black man, and he knows what it feels like to be in a position where people are treating you like a criminal or a super predator or a science experiment when you ain't done it. Just based on who you were born as you were born. Yeah. So he's very adamant about that. It cost him his life, but his son goes in to look into that and is blessed, given the mantle of one of the 4 members of what we call the Night's Watch, the Rook, the defender of cities of his section of Fort City. And he's going to have some interactions coming up in the Tales from the Moon, Concept Moon Zero, with not only AI, but also Stringer. They're going to, help each other look into, because he battles a little bit of the strange and odd kind of, it was kind of like Power Rangers meets BPRD, if you want to say that. He battles some of the things that go bump in the night, the strange things. And they're all going to but they all have a goal. All of them the 3 of them have a unified goal to protect those who are being exploited and who are being pressed upon by forces outside of their own. So
when you was coming up with his character, what was your biggest, let's say, inspiration, and what did you, when you were coming up with him, what did you want to do differently that you felt was getting, I guess, what the tropes that you were trying to not do differently when you created him?
So the 2 people that were my main inspirations, there's 3, but like physically, but 2 that were my main inspirations were T'Challa and Oliver Queen. I'm a big Green Arrow fan. A lot of people don't know that, but I always like the idea of when in the Arrow and in the Green Arrow comics, where Oliver Queen runs for mayor. He's like, look, listen, I have all this money, whatever the case, I need to make a difference. And I kind of want to do that with the Rook, which is his father has done that, but I want it to be a character who is not only the physical protector of the city, but he's trying to enact laws that protect those who are not. He's the shield for real. Like the Rook is in chess is the tower. It's the shield piece. He's the shield for real. That's what he is. And
he's not going to turn into the tribal chief later, is he?
No, he's not going to turn to Roman Reigns. He's not going to be like, I did this for you. I did this for you. I did this for you. And then smack you in the face and then have his cousin smack you in the face. He's not going to do that. He's going to be like, his father had stood for something and he wants to stand for something. And so as a result, I wanted to have a character who not only I'm also obviously a big Daredevil fan, and I've always liked the idea of the character fighting corruption from both sides. Where if I can't solve or fighting the problems from both sides, if I can't solve the problem sometimes in the legal way, so I'm going to save people in this,
vigilant way,
right? Extraordinary way. But I also like the idea of how come we don't have superhero like Tony Stark is not constantly like campaigning for clean energy, or Bruce Wayne's not. I don't know.
That would make too much sense. You can't solve real problems,
right? Right. It's like if we can't, and that's one thing I love about the Concept Moon characters is that, like with Stringer,
it's real. Like if we really had superheroes, this is exactly what it would be like.
We want to solve real problems in the world, not just like, oh, there's a clown or an idiot with a multicolored cape and he's robbing a bank for no reason. I'm gonna punch him in the face. It's like that doesn't really help anybody, does it?
Right. Thank you for getting the money back, but
thank you for getting the money, the insured money back.
We still live here.
Yeah, there's still poor people and people being terrorized by these maniacs. Please help us.
But that, you know what? I think that's a perfect segue into our next character, and then we have two more left. I think so. The next one I want to talk about is Alchemist, who is essentially he's the smartest man in the world.
He's our Reed Richards.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And one of the things I love about him is that he actually does solve real issues. One of the things he does is create a whole city that runs on clean energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so utilizing solar power or soul energy, as we call it in our universe.
Mm-hmm.
So I like with the idea of us bringing in characters that do actual real things and actually solve real problems. I think that that's something dope. That now I want to give you credit for that. By the way, I'm going to give you all the credit for that.
Me?
Yes, you absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, can we talk about the engine?
Please.
So I love Alchemist. I love Alchemist. I've always been a fan of like characters who use science and they apply it in a way to solve problems. I feel like a lot of comic books and even in fiction period, you don't see that much anymore. There's no like Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke. You're not seeing these people like developing these things to like better the world. It's just like, oh, like I did this, and it's just a MacGuffin for like a bad guy to steal or misuse, so you can take them down. It's weird.
You use it against them and then never see it again.
Right. It's like the what is it? Dark Knight Rises. It's like I funded this program, I funded this thing, and it was going to provide clean energy, and then they stole it and turned it into a bomb.
I got to go on a bit of a tangent. You just triggered me for a second.
Oh,
it made me think about Fairy Tale. The anime Fairy Tale, how when all of the characters they fight the bad guys, and they be super strong, and then after they lose to them and join Fairy Tale Guild, they just trash and they whack and they weak.
They terrible. Yeah.
Well, not all of them. Some of them are crazy and they die.
Name one that was still nice after they joined Fairy Tale.
I know. I'm saying the ones that haven't. That there's some who don't join them. Is what I'm saying. Like the guy,
those ones stay strong, but what you're saying is Fairy Tale makes
the guy who used to run Sabretooth. Natsu just came in and killed him in front of all of his people. He just came in and just said, "You're dead," and it was like, "Yo, like, well, we're your friends still, right?" It's like, I guess
like,
so.
Cool, yeah. Like we ain't got no problems. Yeah.
We killed your boss though. We killed your leader.
We're gonna join y'all. Like now, that's it.
Yeah, y'all got the juice. Clearly, he wasn't. He was dead. Yeah,
I'm so sorry, man. Look, that was my intrusive thoughts. Please, back to the teacher.
No, right. So no, but we don't want to have a situation where, with Alchemist, with coming up with some of the stuff with Alchemist, as the stuff I wrote, I was really inspired by some of Jonathan Hickman's ideas with the Fantastic Four of like trying to solve problems. But like Reed Richards was trying to solve like, oh, how do I stop Galactus from blah blah blah? It's like no, trying to solve real world problems that affect actual people who can, like again, that idea of people who are exploited and put upon and things like that, and trying to help people who, if these things didn't exist, they would be in a worse space, like creating a solar powered city, like
Right.
these kinds of things. So the teacher engine is a device, is an invention that Alchemist created. This is LeVar Teacher. His last name is Teacher. The teacher engine is a device, quantum probability AI, that
Mhm.
when he asks it a question, he asks it a question like, what are the most pressing problems that the world is facing now? These problems, whatever they are, he asks it a question, and then he asks it for an answer, but he also
Yep.
has to ask it the right questions. So it's not
Mhm.
like a solve all. It's not like, oh, well, how do I solve global warming? It's like, okay, well, all right,
This is what you got to do, and these
yeah,
are all the little steps, and this is all
yeah.
that,
Or
and
like,
this,
it's like, how do you solve global warming? It's like, oh, well, the problem is people, so get rid of people. It's like, well, I can't do that. Okay, so
right.
ask another question. How do
Yeah.
I make the planet? How do I keep the planet to be habitable for the people who are here? Okay, that's a different question.
So, what do
Or
you think sets it apart from something like the Supreme Intelligence or the Phalanx?
one, it's not a rogue AI. I feel like the Supreme Intelligence. So the Supreme Intelligence is, I feel like, is this not a dictator, but almost like
Yeah.
that. It tells the Kree, this is what is going on. This is what it
Right.
is. The teacher engine itself is not malicious, and it doesn't have a bent to be malicious. It's basically, it's
It's
there
not.
to,
It's
huh?
not sentient.
It's not sentient, and it doesn't. But it also doesn't. It fulfills its purpose. Like
Mm.
well, what is it? 3 laws of robotics, 3
Yeah.
laws of AI. Its purpose is it has a purpose to fulfill, and
Yeah.
that purpose is to better the world, better
Right.
humanity, better the world. So
Can anyone use the teacher engine?
at this point, I don't know if anybody can ask the questions that
They
LeVar can
don't know how to
ask.
ask the right questions, huh?
Right, they don't know. Maybe if you learn to ask the right, the only other person I think can use the teacher engine if possible is Overwatch. It's the only other person I think, because
Mm.
she can speak to machines. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, because she can intrinsically just plug right in.
Right, but I don't
Mhm.
know if anybody else could, like, Freewell Ricky can't be like, oh, I want to. How do I make $1 million? It's like,
What
get a
about
job.
somebody like number 5, Prime?
Okay, I think Prime. Yes, so Prime is the only other person who could probably ask the right questions. Prime is
Mm.
also an answer to some of those questions.
He's answered a lot of the questions.
Right. So,
Yeah, but who is Prime? That's the question at the beginning of Tales from the Moon, isn't it? Or
that's the
where
question.
is Prime is the better question. So yeah, Prime, as some people may know and some people may not, Prime is he's the Superman of our world, the Blue Marvel, the big
The
bad, the baddest
icon,
on the block,
the
the
supreme.
one, the only, the supreme. Oh, wait a minute. I think we got Ruby back. Are we ready?
Oh,
Welcome
did I
back.
come? I'm sorry, my bad. But yeah,
Nah,
you know what? That was a good way to sum it up. Prime is like our Superman. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
you come from somewhere else. You have all this power. You are slightly confused at what you're supposed to be doing in life at first, and then you figure it out. And then it's crazy because it's like from there, Prime becomes. Let me see. What's the best way to put this? Uh, let me see. If I was Prime, I'd probably say the world can suck it. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you were Prime, we'd probably be in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah,
if,
like
if the world can suck it, but I'm gonna keep y'all cool and safe just for the simple fact that I'm here. I mean, that is how I see his attitude. I mean, at least that's how I feel about it because it's like, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be your, I guess, I don't know, your mascot, I guess. And I mean, that's
Prime
how I
says
feel
Prime says he's no one's mascot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how the people see it.
Nah,
With
Prime is
the
our mascot. He's like Prime is very quickly becoming synonymous with the concept Moon brand for sure.
Yes.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, Prime is us. We are Prime. Prime is us. But yeah, he's definitely battling doing all the battle. The dirty parts of everything. That fire and shit like that. He's the one putting it out. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if I was Tariq, I'd probably feel some kind of way because, like I said, Superman. Everybody know how this is. I didn't choose this. This chose me.
Straight up.
And Prime is the same way. The only difference, though, is that Prime actually has the ability to see it from the what do I call us? My melanated minions, as I say. He has the ability to see it from the melanated minions' point of view. You know, like yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I'm
Yeah.
here. I figured out what's going on, and
Mhm.
I mean, I guess I'll help y'all out just because you know y'all my people.
You know, when we put them together, like that's one of the things that we really talked about initially was making sure that he related to and understood the black male experience in America,
Mhm.
whereas somebody like may not fully understand. Oh my God.
Right.
Oh, excuse me, from that other company. He
And
might not actually be black, and he might not actually understand what it feels like to be a black man and experience being in America.
right,
Not fully anyway. He has to have somebody like his partner to kind of experience things through to have a better
right.
understanding of it. We
Right.
didn't want to do that with our guy.
And
So
I also think that Prime is a good barometer, a good idea of something that I feel like the Blue Marvel kind of lost, which
yes.
and they didn't go into heavy enough. Whereas
Mhm.
the idea of I'm going to get up my soapbox and put my hat on.
Listen, we ready? Do we need to get a soapbox button so we can all put our
Yeah.
glasses on?
Yeah. You know, the idea of the black brute stereotype, the idea of the black boogeyman stereotype, and being a black man who has the power of a god and still is a god and still have to protect people, save people who may hate you because of it, who may be afraid of you because of it, who may want you not to do anything because of it, and still being that, you know, having to be that benevolent and being like, this is bigger than that. This is
Yeah,
larger
because
than that.
yeah, because one thing, you know, that's actually a good point. Because one thing that I always relate Prime to is the Disney animated version of Hercules. You know, he had his parents. They actually told him, like, hey, you know, son, you have all this power, but we don't want you to use it. At the same time, he wants to so bad. And then when they finally tell him where this power is actually coming from, it's like, oh, I mean, I should be using this. I should be preparing for this. I should have the ability to protect people. But is that really what I'm for? Is that really what I should be doing? So
Yeah,
it's like, you know, I always compare him to Hercules in a sense when it comes to that at least
that's
the
kind of like a good comparison. I know.
Yeah.
the Disney version, the Disney animated version. It's like
I'm like
he
trying
goes
to
through
think
all these
about it.
years with all this power, and then when he finally finds out where it comes from, it's just like, oh shit. I mean, I guess I have a reason to use it, but do I really want to use that and put myself in that possible, you know, spectrum of danger just
Yeah.
because I have this ability?
Did
So
Zack Snyder steal the plot from Hercules to write Man of Steel?
I think we just figured that out just now.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's no
That's
different than
awful.
that other
yeah.
guy still in Fern Gully for Avatar.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did do that, didn't he?
Don't
Oh,
even
was it
start with that
you
because I
you
love Fern Girly. I got
you
that on DVD.
mean
Fern Gully is the shit.
Dances with Wolves on Another Planet?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's basically
Yeah.
what it is.
Like we're not listen. It was James Cameron. Now I got to get on my soapbox because this is listen. I watched Fern Gully. Okay, I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw the
I saw it
whole
in
thing.
theaters. Yeah.
I saw Fern Gully. Okay, you're not gonna tell me these blue people ain't the same being as those fairies, man.
Yeah. It's the same story.
Like you know
Pretty,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
You're not cutting down the trees in the big machine. It's the same. Listen, Fern Gully. Listen, for all my Fern Gully stands out there, I feel your pain.
We didn't forget. We
We
didn't
didn't
forget.
forget you, Fern Gully. Changed my life. And you know what? While I'm on this tangent, real quick, you remember another great classic movie? I'm sure y'all probably remember Rock-a-Doodle. I don't know if
Oh
y'all remember.
yeah,
Yes,
with the
yes,
yeah.
Come on,
I
man.
see that streaming somewhere. I was actually getting ready to watch that.
Why don't that get more love? Like my man sung the rain. He sung the rain away. You know what I'm saying? He done went and became the king of whatever they was doing over there, and then came back and look. As
You
soon
know
as he
why?
opened his mouth,
You know why? Because he's not
why?
Powerline.
the greatest.
That's
one
why.
and only.
That could be it.
Listen, if we talk about singing in a Disney film,
Listen, there's nobody better than Powerline, and then the singers from Hercules.
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. But yeah, listen, I do that Powerline dance right now.
Yeah.
Not
come on.
With the suit on, you gotta put the suit on, the glasses.
No,
you know
ain't
what?
got the suit, don't do it.
I'm gonna get me a Powerline suit for Halloween. Y'all heard it here.
Glasses.
You know what I'm saying? I've been exercising. I've been doing some sit up. You know.
Hold on though, bro. You got to hold on, BD. Huh? You gotta get the Gumby though.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get the Gumby. Nah, you gotta get the Gumby. You gotta get with the 3 cuts. With the 3 cuts, we remember
he got 3 cuts in my eyebrow.
Yeah, you gotta get the Gumby he had. He had that Gumby.
I know, man. I started my lock journey. I can't
Gumby, bro. You gotta get the Gumby. You gotta shave that.
Oh
real
man,
quick. Get a
yeah. You seen Steve Harvey? You know you can get something to go over top of that. It's possible.
Oh yeah,
get the Steve Harvey flat top wig.
That Steve Harvey lace front.
Come on now, I'm gonna give you super.
Get the lace front with the Steve Harvey. You be good to go.
There we go. And then I'm be in my yellow suit, glasses on. Y'all better. But y'all not gonna be able to tell me nothing. Listen,
BD gonna be in one of them barber videos where it's like, this is how we gonna put the biggin on. They gonna line them up, put it up, put the.
Listen, they wish they had a model that looked like me and they suit so they can.
You better tell them. You better tell them.
But look, I'm gonna be out there with my Gumby on. Listen, they gonna have me out there looking real fly doing the ultimate cast or the perfect cast.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I think that everybody needs to know that that's gonna be the scarring memory of their life. So you're welcome. All 6'5", 250 pounds of me dancing around with a fishing pole.
Speaking of scarring, I guess I need to talk about this. I don't know if you guys we talked about the WrestleMania kickoff.
Yes.
Yeah. Did y'all read those Vince McMahon texts? Did y'all see those Vince McMahon texts?
Oh no, I didn't read them. I didn't read them.
Listen. Did you know what I'm talking about, Ruby?
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
he said some wild shit.
Said.
Do I need to find it? Like,
brother said, did he say something?
Did he say something?
Yo,
what didn't he do?
He was doing the stuff he was doing. Yo, the Mr. McMahon character was a real person. Like that was him. Like that was like even worse. Like that was him.
10 times worse.
Shit, let me sit down. Hold up.
Like when somebody did something bad and they turn it into a Lifetime movie. It's to that. Like it's to that level. It's bad.
He was taking stuff he was doing in real life and then writing it into the stories on the show.
Nah, it wasn't even as like he was on P. Diddy time.
Oh,
on some freak off time.
You know what? That don't surprise me.
He was on some freak off time.
He's been a villain though. He's been a
villain. But that's the thing. But they said he was with the girl. It was a younger girl he was with, and he had the toys and whatever, and he would name them after wrestlers, and he would be.
Mm-hmm.
He had the Jake the Snake, the Junkyard Dog. He had the Rock and all that. He said he had a Bret the Hitman Hart one and all of that.
What?
Yo, they said he was wilding. They said he was going crazy.
Yo, man, where do these old people be finding the energy, man?
I don't know where he found the time or the brain power to do any of this.
Hey,
well, y'all got to remember he ain't been old forever.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but still,
he's been old since I was watching wrestling.
He's been old for a while.
He's been old for a while. Him and Morgan Freeman been old for a long time.
For a minute.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman been old since we was little. So yeah, that is true.
They say your man did the Saudi shake on a chick head.
What?
Yeah, man.
You need to look this up.
You need to look it up, yo.
You just need to look it up.
It's crazy. The stuff that and it's text messages. They got him texting his text messages.
What was funny? I was surprised that he was even texting. I'm like, your old ass is really doing all this?
Yeah, nah, he was
doing talk to text. That's what it was. He was doing talk to text. That's what it was.
That's why they had. They said that's why they had The Rock buy into TKO and come back on the thing because they wanted to take the eyes off of him because he the stuff that
This is not how I thought this conversation was about to go.
He is being indicted by a grand jury. The feds search his house for suspicion of sex trafficking. And Hey,
I
you
don't.
know,
That doesn't surprise me. I believe
well,
he probably was doing some shit like that.
yo,
We could
we
really
need.
have a Lifetime movie like
You
that.
know, I was thinking about it. I was like, yo, maybe do we have a Mr. McMahon in Fort City Tactics? Because
Yes. Oh.
and you know who else got caught up in it too? Your man Brock Lesnar.
That's what I was about to say. Wasn't it? I saw an article that said Brock Lesnar was getting excommunicated from WWE, so he was like his enforcer or some shit.
They was trying to re-sign him,
Right.
and what the girl that Vince was the young girl that Vince was sleeping with, he was like, yo, we gonna re-sign him however many millions of dollars, but also you gotta let him sleep.
You're gonna have to hop on this.
Yeah,
let him hop on this.
It was some wild boy stuff, man. And it was not just Brock, it was other people. They was like, yo, come in, smash this shit. It was some freak off. It was some crazy. They said he was like, showing.
It was some Diddy shit. It was really. It was some Diddy shit.
They said your man was showing pictures of her to the IT dudes, to people. Like, yo, it was like
she was just a girl. She wasn't like a wrestler.
Nah, she was just a girl. And here's the problem. He hired her to the company with company money just to be there for that. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And they said he had her sign an NDA.
The look on your face.
They said there was 3 NDAs. There was one for him, one for her, and one for WWE. But the one for WWE,
hold on, he signed an NDA for WWE, right, so right. WWE can't talk about it.
No. So that she can't say anything that the people at the company didn't know that he did this. He was doing stuff like taking money out of the company and paying chicks off. He paid her $1 million, and then he stopped. He was supposed to pay her $3 million, and then he stopped paying her the money. And he's on some wild time.
Man, you a wild boy, man. Listen,
he was on some wild time, man.
Yeah, this is a 3-part. This is a 3-part limited series. Yeah. I would definitely watch on.
They say he got about 14 some odd million payouts to different women and different people.
Oh shit! To have Vince McMahon money, I guess. That's crazy.
Oh man, right? I mean, you got that much money to even be doing some shenanigans like this. Like, just give me some change. I'll just go post shit for you. I ain't even got to do nothing. Just tell me what you want people to think you be doing, and I'll make it seem believable.
Vince McMahon, you hold up.
Man.
The look on BD's face is so funny right now.
He was like, yo, so you said he hired Shorty as an employee.
Yes.
To do that. Did she know that that's what she got hired for?
Yeah. Well, so she didn't have a job. So they live in the same building in Connecticut, in Trump Towers.
Yeah, I get it.
She didn't have a job, and the building manager was her friend and said, yo, her parents just passed away. She was in a vulnerable state. He said, maybe Vince, I know Vince McMahon, maybe Vince.
You didn't hit her with her parents just passed away.
Right. Right. So she was like, maybe Vince could get you a job. And he was like, oh, you can work such and such.
Listen, orphans are like the number one targets for.
Yeah.
Please tell me I have some more.
Those type of people.
Oh my goodness.
And they said that she was in the office. She would introduce herself. People like, oh yeah, I know who you are. Like, she ain't never met them. And they like, what? She's like, what do you mean? Like, oh yeah, we know who you are. Like, I've heard about you. It's heard about you.
Hold up, man. You mean tell me Vince McMahon is over there really living free use fantasies in real life?
Yeah. And here's the thing. She's not the only girl though.
But that doesn't surprise me.
If she wasn't the only girl,
only be one.
But the problem was he was using company money to he was hiring these chicks using company money, and that was the.
Okay, hold up. So now this is this is my real question.
Yes, he's going to jail.
If they knew, no, he definitely went to jail. But if they knew that that's what they were being hired for, and they agreed to do it,
the issue was this: Vince McMahon reneges on a lot of his contracts. He did it with a lot of promoters. So
the problem isn't that he did it. It's the problem that he didn't pay people.
He didn't finish paying.
Didn't follow through. Yeah, he didn't completely follow through.
He's like, I'm gonna pay you. He's like, I'm gonna break you up $3 million, sign this NDA, blah blah blah, and then he break off $1 million, and then be like, nah, I'm good. And then
he just thought it was just gonna be over. Like, you ain't gonna sit here and tell me you gonna give me $3 million and I get all of it. Some
How
don't
you a
have
whole
nothing.
you a billionaire and a whole N-word out here, man?
Yeah.
What in the world?
Yeah,
man?
nah, he was moving real.
Hey, like, look, let me get $5. I'm gonna give you $250 back tomorrow. I'll give you the other $250 when I get paid next week. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Installments.
Like, listen, man. Dang, Vince. But you out of here, buddy. You going to that place with Epstein and Mr.
Trump
Kelly.
and Trump too.
No, he ain't. Trump going back to the White House. You see what's about to happen.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. We'll
think
see.
I don't think
Listen,
he got
Trump should have never
as
gotten
good
in
a
office
chance this time.
Listen, Trump should have never gotten office to start with. So at this point, how he not canceled? He literally told somebody he's gonna grab a report about him, you know.
Well,
I mean, still out here.
he got to pay the $80 million for the rape case recently. I don't know if I can say that.
Yeah, and then on top of that, he's getting so much stuff appealed.
Yeah.
Everything is getting pushed back. And if he gets in office, he can technically pardon himself. So
that's what they said. People said he's running for.
He's trying very hard.
Pardon himself.
He's trying very hard to pardon himself.
I don't put nothing past that man no more, yo. Like this dude, this is the same guy that was doing Snoop Dogg videos and then firing people on TV. And then he was
fired. You're fired.
This is the same person that's never ran a successful business ever. All of his business have failed, closed, or have been in the red. This is the same person that got kicked out of the XFL. Well, no, not the XFL, the NFL before he could buy a team. Like he's failed up his whole life. Like he's already made it to president. He's going to be like our intergalactic emperor before it's all over.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets elected, that he's probably going to change the Constitution.
You saw we just had the alien attack.
Right, it'd be the president forever.
Yeah.
Look.
What?
We had that alien attack in Miami.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that.
Who you think called it in? Hey, intergalactic Trump out here.
Yeah.
Intergalactic Trump. He Thanos.
Oh, maybe he is, or an analyst, one of them.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Paul.
Hey man, I'm joining the phalanx when it comes.
Oh yeah.
So, what y'all doing?
I'm
I don't know. I might just be neutral as possible.
I'm gonna join the Nova Corps if they'll have me or whoever.
If I get can I get a Green Lantern ring? Then
listen, man. Listen, if they were giving out something, whatever they're giving out, I'm gonna just send me to whatever sector, the far sector, wherever y'all need to send.
Yeah, I'm gonna be as neutral as possible. So that way, whichever side look like they got the best odds, I'm just gonna slide over that way.
Nah, ain't no fence in it. Can't be no fence to it.
You gotta go down with your tip, Chief.
Speaking of which, Ghana, Ghana's offering. They said Ghana's offering, citizenship, or they were at one point to African Americans.
Yes, they are.
So I was thinking of going when I go back there next time.
If we get intergalactic Trump, I'm definitely moving with you. Like,
I'm out of 5,000.
All this up. Like, listen, you know what? Thank you. I'm resigning.
Yeah, I'm out of here. You coming to you liar? Coming to you live from Ghana, West Africa.
Straight up.
What's up? Concept Moon International. We gonna get it started.
But you know what, guys? On that on that note, shoot. You know what? I think this is a great place to just go ahead and call it. You know what?
Oh wait, I got one more thing.
If we must.
I got one more thing. I need some feedback on. Ooh. So, Anime Las Vegas is coming up. Okay. The anime and cosplay convention. So, I am actually thinking about participating.
Okay.
I am thinking, what character should I be? So anybody watching live or watching later, definitely drop your comments and suggestions.
Anime or comic?
Yeah, that's the first question you need to ask.
I was thinking anime. I mean, because it's anime cosplay convention. This is in March 23rd through 24th. So just in case anybody wants to know, I will definitely post that on my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Facebook. So go check it out. I don't know. I'm trying.
Somebody in chat say you should go as Pikachu. I just saw that.
Oh, I mean, could I? I don't know. I might be too round to be Pikachu. I don't know if I can make that happen. I don't know how to be yellow.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you can like yellow. We can figure that yellow thing out.
Yeah.
Hold up. The same
True,
way they did.
I did see a girl. She was I seen a girl dressed as a Oompa Loompa a couple weeks ago out here, and she was definitely orange.
Oh no, that's not an anime.
Yeah, she was
Willy
orange from
Wonka.
head to toe. But if I can,
You
if
sure it
she can
wasn't
be
a bad
orange,
tan?
no, it was orange. So if she can be orange, I'm pretty sure I can be yellow. Pikachu actually might not be a bad idea. But yeah, y'all got any other suggestions on my
Well, nah. Damn, I'm done. I'm naming all the stuff that's not even anime.
No, Amy Rose is Sonic, right?
Sonic's technically.
It's
I
from
mean,
Japan.
I'll take either one. It doesn't necessarily have to be anime. It could be either one.
Well, Sonic's comic books aren't in Japanese, but the animated and the games are from Japan. Yeah, Sega.
You could be Buddy from Hunter x Hunter.
I could. I
My
thought
guy,
about.
help me out, Rashawn. Why can't I think of my man?
What? Oh, Hisoka. No, we don't want her to be a
why not?
child molester.
Oh well.
Nah,
you don't want to do that. Maybe be R. Kelly. I mean, nope, don't do that.
No.
Oh,
Don't be R. Kelly either. You don't want that.
Out of all the names that just came out of your mouth.
Well, here's the thing. He was on the Boondocks, so I don't know if that counts.
An anime character, technically.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Canary.
Well, you know what? Magic. I mean, our homie Cat Williams did just have a moment. I could be a pimp named Slickback.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
I could be a pimp named Slickback. That might actually work. And just sit there and tell everybody business with a glass of whiskey in my hand.
Yeah,
that might actually work. We'll see. I got a whole month to decide, so we'll see. I'm taking all suggestions. If anybody want to drop something,
we're gonna put them out there. We're gonna put it on the Concept Moon page. You guys gotta. What's the hashtag we're using? Hashtag Ruby Reds cosplay.
Hashtag dress me up.
There you go.
That's a good one.
Hashtag dress me up. We'll get it in there. I'll put it on the screen at some point. Bam, we in there.
There.
So, hey, listen, man, it was a great show tonight. We kind of were all over the place, which is cool.
We were, but we missed each other. It was so good.
Yeah, catching up to do it to catch up.
Yeah, like it's all good. So, but no, appreciate everybody for popping in. We appreciate all the comments, and we appreciate everybody showing us so much love, especially in 2024. Hey, Instruments of Jahan is on the way. Osborne will be out March 19th. Go check it out. ConceptMoon.com at Concept Moon everything. As always, people, stay illuminated.
Whoop, whoop.